Hello, friends. Welcome back to Creative Exploration with Purz. I'm trying to make myself big here. Hello, how's everybody doing? Today we're going to play with Wan Video. It's been pretty crazy. My friend Kytra sent me some workflows and then been hanging out in Banadoko and playing with it. And well, basically we have a fully featured, full speed, 100% like amazing video model that we can use both locally and on the cloud. So today we're going to cover how to install it on RunPod. If you don't have a 3090, 4090, 5090, if you don't have something with the juice to run this large model, although now it does run on 12 gigs, so it is possible to set this up locally on 4070, 3070, anything that has 12 gigs, I think. That the people on Banadoko can help you with that. Hopefully somebody in the chat can shout out some tips on what you need to get that running on your machine. Today I'm going to set it up on a 4090 on RunPod, show you sort of how to get that going so that you can kind of generate at maximum speed. Right now I tried to get it running on a 5090, but wasn't getting any luck there. Getting comfy to run on the 5090. So I have a feeling there's some magic I need to learn to get that going. So we're not going to cover that today. But we are going to cover how to get it working on RunPod and just on a cloud server. But those of you who do this stuff locally with a fat video card, you can just follow along and do the same stuff I'm doing, but local. So yeah, we can cover that another time. I usually do it locally, but today we're going to cover RunPod because sometimes it's nice to be able to help people get more comfortable with Python environments and setting them up on the web and on the cloud. So yeah, this is don't be afraid of the cloud stream. We're going to get it running and get it all set up. And no, I'm not affiliated with RunPod. I don't have an affiliate code or anything. So, this will work basically on any of the cloud services. I just chose RunPod because they're pretty easy to get going. All right. So, this is actually, let me load it up. I don't know why it's not showing my window. Share. Hello. Sorry, everybody. Give me a moment. I don't know why it's being weird. I need to share my screen. I want to share this window. Hey, all right. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this screen share thing. All right. Here we are in Comfy. This is running on a RunPod. I'm going to take it back and start over fresh so you can get an idea of like how we set all this stuff up. But basically what we have here is just a setup that you can do text to video with Wan, and it generates these in about like a minute, just a little over a minute. So if I just have a list of prompts in Phil's prompt node here, I'll show you guys how to set that up too. But I'm just iterating through these and running tests basically. So I can show you how to do that too. If you have a bunch of prompts that you want to run through and like just batch them all out, whatever, we can go through that too. Super helpful. But yeah, so I'll show you the final version and then we'll dive in and get it set up, and then we can go through all the example workflows and try out all the cool things that we can do with Wan. So yeah, the exciting thing about Wan is with the different control models, now we have like open pose, reference images. We have it can do depth. It can do combined maps. Like it can do depth plus open pose plus other stuff. And you can like mix that all together and composite your block out and then just shoot over top of it. And what I found out today, which is really exciting and something I haven't had a chance to test yet, but I was super stoked about, is let me pull it up here on Banadoko. The user, I better not pull the screen up because there's some questionable ass shit here. One sec, y'all. I was pinged by Palm himself. Normally I have this stuff prepared. I'm just screwing up today. All right. User Hashu. Yep. Make sure I can bring that over. All right. Check this out. So they were able to stitch together 33 frame or 81 frame clips together in the footage. So basically, like, I don't know if you guys can see that. You can't see that, of course. I'm showing you nothing. Still getting used to this. Sorry, everybody. I'm just going to share my entire screen. That'll make life easier. There we go. Check this out. So they were able to take the input footage on the left and then basically like do 81 frame chunks. Oh, my mic's peaking. Okay. Turn that down a little bit, I guess. All right. Yeah, not much I can do. Thanks, Restream. Okay. Yeah, they were able to take the input footage and run it through the system, like in 81 frame chunks or whatever, and then stitch it all back together. And as you can see, like the flicker between the frames is like so minute that like basically, you know, you can redo any footage if you just cut it up and cut it together. So you could make a workflow that auto chops and does batches and then puts them back together with the same prompt to do like entire scenes. So yeah, stoked. All right, let's get into it. What did it make? Hell yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe you can just make this stuff at home or like by yourself without, you know, paying for a model or whatever. All right. So, yeah, let's just kill this whole thing and start over. So, goodbye. Terminate the pod. And that's all terminated. Okay, so I'm on RunPod. I've signed up. I put some money in the account. You know, GPUs aren't free. And then if you go up here, you sign in, get all your stuff together. It's runpod.io. There shouldn't be any ads. Oh, Twitch. Yeah, no, come over to YouTube. There's no ads on YouTube. I don't know why there's ads on Twitch. All my stuff's ad free now. So come watch me on YouTube because, yeah, screw ads. I'm supported by my awesome ass Patreons. You guys rule. All right. Deploy GPU pod. So here we are in RunPod. Let me start over. We're home. This is, you know, all the stuff. Once you set up, you just log in, blah, blah, blah. You're good to go. Go over here to pods, and then you can deploy your first pod. So we're going to deploy a pod, and a pod is just a computer with a GPU in it, or a virtual computer that's talking to a GPU and is your computer that you get to use for the time. So we're going to install Comfy on it. There are ways to add a perpetual storage system to this so that you can come back to your install over and over again, but it's kind of expensive and I don't really use it. I just set up the environments when I need them, sort of, you know, ad hoc. So you can work with it however makes sense for you. If you don't have the GPU, might make sense to just drop the money on the storage for the month and then like you know, just keep working from the same environment. But if you know, money's tight or whatever, you can just rent the GPU and set up the environment every time. That's what we're going to do here because, you know, I'm cheap. All right, so let's click on a 4090. I tried with a 5090 earlier, but I couldn't get it to run. But, you know, I'm going to mess with that in the coming weeks. And then what I'd really like to do is do a guide on how to get a 5090 running on RunPod so you guys can just start playing with the 5090s because nobody's getting them. All right, let's click on a 4090 here. And right here is where you decide which template you want to install. And these are just essentially Docker images with procurement scripts. So we're going to change template and have a look at all the different ones. We're going to type ComfyUI up here. and then it's going to filter all the different like comfy ones. So, RunPod has, I believe, Google Drive with sync thing. You can set that all up as well. But it'd be pretty slow for trying to grab models and stuff. You would want to use the RunPod storage, permanent storage, or whatever permanent storage solution on whatever cloud-based provider you're using, so that it's fast enough that it's not so slow that you're just wasting time dumping files back and forth for an hour. All right. So there's a bunch of different options. The normal one that everyone uses basically is the AI doc ComfyUI setup, but it installs SDXL and a bunch of other stuff that we don't need for this run. So we're actually going to use this one here by Hear Me Man, called ComfyUI Wan Video, and it's this one-click deploy of Wan and all the stuff. So we're going to use that because it kind of sets up the environment, sets up SageAttention, sets up Triton, sets up all the horrible stuff that we don't want to do. So we're going to use that one, and you can find it by just typing like Wan, I think. Yeah, ComfyUI Wan. So we'll click on that, and we're just going to edit the template and make sure that you're getting enough hard drive space to start. Because if you don't have enough hard drive space in your RunPod, once you run out, you're screwed. You got to start a new one. So these models are huge. So this one starts with 200 gigs. That's plenty. So you can leave that alone. Everything's cool, and we're going to use on demand instead of spot. If you use spot, it's cheaper, but someone can outbid you and just take over the GPU. You kind of want to use on demand, because that way it's your GPU until you're done with it, and you won't get kicked off, in the middle of a run. All right, so let's deploy on demand. Oh, and make sure you start Jupyter Notebook is checked. That's going to start up the thing that you can use to control the environment that Comfy's running in. I'll show you what all that means, but just make sure that's checked. All right, so deploy on demand, and it's going to create a pod for us with this cool little animation. And then you can click this little down arrow on the right here, and it's going to I'm going to actually zoom this web page in a bit. Hopefully that helps a bit with being able to read itness. All right. So it's doing all the things. It's extracting and downloading all the stuff it needs to get Comfy set up. So yeah, here we go. This is the exciting part about cloud GPU usage, is setting up environments and dealing with Python environment mismatches, dependency fights, and all the things that make you into a Python environment engineer. So yeah, 34 cents an hour for 4090, 70 cents an hour for 5090. You can also rent large memory devices like A6000s, H100s, H800s, H200s, all that crazy stuff. If you want to do large runs, you want to do training runs, you want to do stuff that requires a ginormous amount of VRAM, you can actually do all that on RunPod relatively cheaply, considering how much those GPUs would cost you in real life. What's up, Brett? What's up, Cosmic? What's up, Pookie? Dr. Scott. So many friends. So yeah, hopefully y'all have used RunPod or have used some sort of cloud-based solution before. But if not, this is going to be probably a lot of information all at once. And if you have questions, you're trying to figure this stuff out, please pop by the Discord, and people there have been through all of it. So if you have a question, a concern, a problem, they've probably been there before. So just explain it, post the error, tell us what's going on, and somebody in the help channel will probably be able to help you pretty soon. Because there's a million things that you might run into I've never run into, but someone else might have seen it. And, depending on the speed of the machine that you rent, this will take different amounts of time. And yes, you are burning rental time while it's setting it up. And that's the allure and awesomeness of the permanent storage, because you really only have to do this setup stuff once. Set up your environment and then, leave it alone. Just log in, start comfy, log in, start comfy. So, yeah. If you get deeper into this, setting up persistent environments is probably going to be the way to go, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of exploring with something or using a workflow a lot for big batches and stuff. For me, I find just setting up the environment every time is generally faster, because like the amount of time I would spend trying to maintain a persistent environment, like I'm on to the next model by next week anyway, so it's whatever. All right. I think things are happening. Containers are starting. Images are being grabbed. So I'm going to over explain all the little Linux things and commands and stuff. So, if you know this stuff, I'm not talking to you. I know you already know this stuff. Don't sweat it. There are people here who've never touched command line and don't want to touch command line. I don't really blame them. But if you spend some time here, spend some time screwing around in Linux and learning how to navigate the environment a little bit, it opens up a whole world of being able to play with all kinds of toys that you didn't have access to before. So bear with me and we'll get through it. All right. So once it's done setting up, you're going to see this little purple connect button will show up. Or if you're in light mode, I don't know if it's purple, but whatever. Let's click connect. So it's not actually done setting up. It's just started the server and started the connection for us to talk to the server. So you can see this stuff is turning green as it lights up. So Jupyter Lab 8888. If we go to this link, this is going to be the setup, the sort of I don't know what you call it. The environment that Comfy is running in is running inside of a Jupyter Lab. So you can use this to access the terminal. First things first, let's get rid of this horrible background color. Let's up settings theme, set that to dark. All right. So you get to see your file system on the left. So this is the machine that we have set up. And then you get to see all of the terminal over here. And LS means list. LS, zoom in a bit here. Oh, God. Yeah, that's better. All right, LS. We can see all the files in our system, and we can wait here because we're just waiting for Comfy to start up here. We can see what Comfy's doing if we go over to our terminal here. CD ComfyUI. You have to use the proper capitalization that it is up at the top there. Then there should be a log file in here somewhere, and there isn't, so never mind. We'll just wait. You'll see this if you click on it too early. That's fine. It takes a little while to set up the environment. Actually, I think if we click on logs here. Yes. So right now it's setting up all that crap we don't want to deal with, like SageAttention and Triton and all the things that are a pain in the butt to set up in Windows that make everything faster. They're great, but yeah, ask anybody who's tried to set them up. They're not super fun. They're actually a lot easier to set up in Linux. So that's sort of how these machines work. They just set up a little Linux machine on another machine and they use that GPU. And then you're running Comfy on that little virtual machine that's using the GPU. So you're basically offloading a little machine onto another machine, and then that machine's running Comfy. And you're just talking to it through your web browser. So if you have a Mac, you have something that doesn't even have a GPU in it, integrated video card, you can do this stuff on the web, even from like a Chromebook or something, and still have access to all the models that everybody's playing with, The GPU doesn't have to be local. As fun when it is, but it's not practical for everybody. I guess it's still doing stuff. Connect. Still not ready. Yeah, I mean, I thought about just setting this up and blasting through it, but you know, you guys get to see how long this stuff takes in real time now. So screw it. Looks like it's still building SageAttention. So basically, SageAttention, I'm not even going to pretend to understand what it does, but what I do know, the effect of it is that it essentially makes your renders take half as long for these video models. So yes, it's a pain to set up, but you know, if you're going to be doing a lot of renders, half is better than full. So 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute is better than 2 minutes. What did I do before art? I was a drummer and a band leader. I played drums and produced music for 20 years in Toronto. And then yeah, pandemic hit. Started doing more and more 3D stuff and After Effects, and then got deeper into AI, and here we are. Played drum. Oh, my phone started saying stuff. Crazy. I could hear myself coming out of my phone. That was trippy. I don't know how it does it, but isn't it 4-bit versus the other sizes? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, lots more stuff. Does any of it say done? So yeah, after you've waited for this a couple times, you will understand the draw of the persistent storage. Normally, setups don't take this long. It's just like SageAttention does takes a while to compile. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the math. Dr. Scott might be able to tell us. He's a math guy. All right. Well, I guess it's still doing things. It's downloading files now. So this encoder that this Docker image downloads, this whole setup, neither of these work with the nodes we're going to be using. So yeah, we got to wait for them to download stuff we're not even going to use. So yay. Once you get, crazy into this stuff, you can edit the procurement scripts that these Docker images use, and then like make it download the stuff you want, and then like customize the setup scripts to just sort of do everything all in one shot, and then skablam it, set it up in a browser, and give you a link. So yeah, this stuff's definitely worth learning because it's super powerful in the real world. Still connecting. Come on, man. Let's go. It's downloading a giant clip model that we won't be using. Oh, I think it's done. All right, so if I got to connect, it should be green any minute now. Maybe not. Oh, it's green. Oh. We did it. ComfyUI is running on RunPod. It only took 25 minutes. No, 10 minutes. Anyway, skablow, here we are. When you start up Comfy, it's going to do this now, this get started with a template, which is fantastic because you can basically now start anywhere with Comfy, try any workflow and just sort of, dive in. But the workflows we're going to be playing with are actually in here, this WanVideoWrapper folder. So if you click over here on WanVideoWrapper, these are all the workflows that come with Kijai's WanVideoWrapper. So we are going to use, to start, we're going to use the text to video example. Yes, text to video. So we'll dive into most of, if not all of these, but we're going to start with the most simplest thing you can do, which is just text to video. So we click on that, and actually all the nodes we need are already installed, which is wicked. The only thing we need to do now is replace some of these models with the ones that work with these nodes. So it's actually pretty quick. We need, so you see how this one's asking for UMT5 XXL ENC BF16 because we're using it in BF16 mode. We actually do need this file. So I'm going to very quickly type UMT5 XXL ENC BF16 into my thing. Click here. And I'm going to drop this link in here. Now, when you have a file that you want to put on RunPod, one of the easiest ways is to click this copy download link. Just click it, go into the Jupyter Lab, or any way that you want to connect to the terminal here. So we're in our ComfyUI folder. You can always see what folder you're in by typing pwd and hitting enter. It's going to say we're in /ComfyUI. So all we have to do now is go into models, and then we'll look in models, ls or ls-l. So this model that we're downloading is a clip model. So we're going to go cd, change directory, clip. We're going to go into our clip folder, cd clip, ls-l does a list mode, like a long mode. Put clip or text encoder models here. This is where we want to put the file. So we're going to type wget, and we're going to paste. We're going to paste the link that I copied from here. Copy download link, paste it. So wget this file. Then we hit enter, and it's actually just going to download that file right to the folder. So you can use this method to just surgically insert files anywhere. You can also just drag the folder from your machine into the corresponding folder in the end here. So we're in ComfyUI, we're in models, and we're in clip. So right now it is downloading this file, UMT XXL ENC BF16. It's downloading it now. As you can see, it was modified next year. So these workflows come with the WanVideoWrapper by Kijai. And they are available on GitHub and also in the manager. If you go into manager and you go to custom nodes and you type Wan Wrapper, should be that one right there, WanVideoWrapper. Kijai's nodes and all the workflows we're working out of are in the example workflows folder. So if that's also on your machine when you download them, it's in custom nodes, ComfyUI WanVideoWrapper, and then go into example workflows, and you'll see all the workflows here. So you can just follow along at home, easy peasy. Okay. So that file is done. So let's have a look at what else we're missing. Oh, so when you want to update these sort of drop downs, if you hit the R key, it's going to ask for an update up in the top right there. You can see it'll hit it again. See that update requested up there. When it does that, it goes in and it asks it to update all these little folders. So if you've changed a file in a folder, you can get back in there and update them. So we wanted to use that BF16 one we just downloaded, the UMT XXL ENC BF16. So got our text encoder. Hell yeah. what else are we doing here? So let's go up here and we're going to change our, So in our Wan video model loader, I'm going to change our attention mode here to Sage Attention, Sage ATTN, Sage Attention. I'm going to download the Wan video model from here. So Kijai has this link here in the workflow. If you use it, you can go access all the models. So you can go grab whatever one you want. For this, we're going to use the 1.3 BF16 or FP32. BF16. Copy download link. So same thing, but I want to put this in my unet folder. So, whoops. So here we go. So we're going to pwd, look at what folder we're in. We're in ComfyUI models clip, cd space ... That's going to go down a folder or up a folder, depending on how you think about it. Clip, and then we're going to go into unet. This one goes into unet. Wget this file, copy, paste. Wan 2.1 text to video 1.3b BF16. So this is the first model we're going to use here. Moink. Feel too dumb to ask this for a while, but what's the difference between the wrapper versus just ComfyUI support of it? Not sure what you mean, Pete, but the only reason we're using the wrapper is because when I get into the vase model, I'm going to show you how to use the inputs that are in that, which will probably be supported by Comfy Official soon enough anyway. It's just, this is just bleeding edge stuff. So let's go. All right. Where were we? One, do I get the right link? Yeah, one. Yeah, it's the one. All right, cool. And that goes in your models unet folder. All right. Did I do it? Did I do the thing? No, I didn't. So I hit it. Hey, Rad, what's up, buddy? What's up, Trent? What's up? Crystal Wizard, what's up? Jordan, oh yeah. All right, cool. One, it's downloaded. And is it in the folder, LS? It is. PWD, yeah. Unet, here it is. Yippity bippity. We can double check that by going to models and going into a unet and having a look, and bickety bam, there it is. So go back to Comfy and hit R, and then that will update the little guy here, and we will be able to click on this, and that's going to change it to the one we just downloaded. And now everything is hunky-dory. The other thing we can do is plug this torch compile arguments into here. If you have Triton installed, connect this for a 30% speed increase. So connect this if you have Triton installed. So if you've done this install, you will. So let's go. Everything else is hitting just fine. So let's try a prompt. The funniest thing or the best thing I like to do is just go to ChatGPT and ask for, paragraph long prompts that describe some, stuff. So let's try, one of those. The reason I do that is because Wan likes a long prompt, not an exceedingly long prompt, but it likes to be told a lot of detail about the scene that you're trying to make. So if you are getting crappy results, think about adding more description, more to the prompt to get it to sort of do stuff. That would be my advice, having played with it. Hey, what's up, Rediff? All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's find out where the errors are. So we're going to use the BF16 VAE because we're using BF16 mode. So that should be all the model stuff. YOLO. Should we try it? Let's run it. Control Enter. So not bad. We got it up and running in like around 20 minutes or so. Now that you know how to do it, you can probably make that faster and faster as you go, make a little script that puts those files in the right folders. That's pretty easy to do because you know how I wget getted those files here. I was in the that's too many words. So I pasted my prompt here. You can tell it not only what file you want, but where you want it to go. So you can say, like /workspace /ComfyUI /models /blah blah, and just like put them in the right spot and just make a little script and then just run that script when you go. Like it doesn't have to be difficult. So that is hella fast. Let's have a look at the. Oh yeah, baby. Look at the reflection in the capsule. So a couple things. You want higher quality? You can change this to 1024 and 576, I think. You could play with it different resolutions. Basically, that's going to be a VRAM thing, right? The higher you go, the more you're going to use. Blah 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 blah. So now I'm actually curious. Oops. Okay, I want to apt-get nvitop. Install nvitop. Really? Is it pip? Hey, all right. So there's this little app you can pip install called nvitop. Yeah, and it's going to tell you what your GPU's up to while you're doing stuff. So let's move this over here, and let's pull our workflow back up here. I'm going to try and squish this down. Can I maybe get rid of this? Because we want to know how much VRAM. Try it again. We want to know how much VRAM we're going to be using on a single run here. Oh, you know what? It's got the same seed, so it's going to make the exact same video. Let's change that to increment. So if your seed is the same and you run the same, don't watch this on Twitch, guys. Watch it on YouTube. There's no ads on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know why Twitch is showing ads. They don't give me any money, so it's just like I'm just there to be around. YouTube is a place to be. Yeah. So it's really only using 3 gigs of VRAM. Did you guys see that? Did it really only take 3 gigs of VRAM? There's no way. Did anyone see that go higher than 3 gigs? Wow. There's no way this works at under 4 gigs of VRAM. What in the hell? Yeah, I just updated before the stream. This is wild. Actually, let's do that again because I just updated. I just installed this thing, but I don't think I updated the nodes. So let's do that. Let's do an update all. So you go up to the manager and hit update all, and that'll update all the nodes in your packages. Don't you love updating Comfy live on stream? Everything should be fine. I think. Yeah, no, I think nvitop does have the graph too. It's just not wide enough here. It does when it's fully wide. It just doesn't work on this window for some reason. Yeah. There it is. No need, man. It's right here. Okay. Scooby da beep bap a doodle doop doo doop jazz. You still working? Come on. I can't believe this is a local video model. Come on, baby. Wonder how many nodes we updated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. But one was up to date. So we do have the latest version. So yeah, I mean, that was using a sillily low amount of VRAM. Let's restart Comfy. I would love to know where it's slamming its log files, though. Oh, maybe that's it. Ah, hello. Good to know. So the log file is in user ComfyUI log. So yeah, if you need to see what it's doing. Reload. Yeah, CRF could be lower for sure. I mean the model doesn't really warrant it. It's good, but it's not it's not great. It's incredible for what we have, but it's not ready for Hollywood or anything. All right. Yeah, let's try another one of these prompts, maybe. There. Any storage on switching from Collab to RunPod? I have all my models on my Google Drive and don't have enough storage left to download to my laptop, then upload to RunPod. Yeah, I mean, maybe like just re-download them all from the source, like I wouldn't even bother re-uploading them. You know what I mean? I would just sort of make a script and re-download them from where they came from. It would probably be faster in the long run anyway. Trying to upload to, upload to these cloud services is kind of hit and miss sometimes. Depends on how fast their internet is. I can't believe that's hitting like less than 4 gigs. So then what do we need to do to make it like boom? Whoa. Trippy. So yeah, more, you can do more steps. You can do like 50 steps. You can do less on the TeaCache. So some of this stuff here, this TeaCache threshold, you turn this down, it's going to sort of skip less frames. It'll take longer, but it should make a, these are things we do to make it go faster. But it does affect the quality. So if you're really obsessed with quality, you find this is fun but not useful. Crank up your steps, turn down your TeaCache, and wait. Whatever. But yeah, let's YOLO it. 1280 by 720. What do you say, Bay? Six gigs. Yeah, 6 gigs. Holy. All right. Well, I'll take back what I said about the. I take back what I said about the high VRAM requirements because Jesus. 720p at 6 gigs. Okay. Let's see what happens on the decode though. I mean that means 8 GB cards are back in the game. It'll take longer, but you can do it. Yeah, we got it at about 3.5 for low res. Six gigabytes. What's up, Jeru? What's up? Oh, hey, what's up, Democrates? No, we're not playing the game anymore. The game has changed again. So many changing games, 6 gigs. What the hell? Two minutes. It looks like it's like a thing. Okay, decoding. Yeah, decoding is taking 2 gigs. That's wild. Yeah, I believe it does have image to video. We're going to go through all the workflows in the example folder here. We're just starting on the first one here now, which is text to video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we get a noticeable quality improvement for going higher on the res, so I maybe would just stick with the with the original res. Because yes, there's more pixels, but it looks like blurrier and messier. So you probably have to increase steps and do more as you go up. Or it could have been a shit seed. Who knows? All right. Let's have a look at the folder and see what else we got. Browse templates. So yeah, you go up to, if you want to go back to this thing that we were using in browse templates, go to WanVideoWrapper, and we're back in this folder. Okay. So 480p image to video, 480p image to video start frame end frame, flow edit, video to video, vase. Let's try image to video. Let's see how it works. Image to video example. I haven't tried this one yet, so here we go. Let's get rid of this. We'll have a look at that after and see how much RAM we're using, but let's set up the models again. Let's see if there's any special models we need. So this is asking for the image to video 14B model. So this one may take a little longer. Yes, you do need a good PC to use ComfyUI. You more specifically need an NVIDIA RTX card, 3060 or above, pretty much. Or you can do what I'm doing here, which is running it on the web through RunPod. So yeah, there are options if you have a potato. Don't worry about it. All right, Wan 2.1 image video. So let's grab this 14B model and yellow it and see how it works. I did hear that the image video only works on the 14B model properly, so, but that's okay. It will probably just take longer to infer. So let's look for this model, ITV 14B. That'll be in this folder we were in here, the Wan Video Comfy folder. 14B, 480p. I don't think I want any of the FP8s, do I? Which ones is it asking for? Oh, it is FP8 E4M 3FN. Okay. So we're going to grab this one. Wan 2, image to video, 14B, 480p, FP8 E4M 3FN. Click that. 17 gigabytes. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to look in our folder. Where are we? We're in ComfyUI Models UNet still, which is fantastic because that's where we need to be. We're going to wget paste in that URL I just grabbed from copy download link. And we're going to wait. Okay. Well, ComfyUI and what I'm doing here are two like completely different things. So like, if you just want to make images, you just want to do some animate diff, you want to screw around, you can rent like a 4080 or something, a little cheaper. But if you want to use state-of-the-art video models, you want to go deep into Flux, you want to do some high-res stuff, you'll want to rent like a 4090 or a 3090 just to get access to at least 24 gigabytes of VRAM so that you can run, any workflow basically. Yeah, like some stuff you can absolutely just we'll just rip on 8 gigs of VRAM if that's all the workflow needs. So yeah, it's a bit of a loaded question to ask, how much computer Comfy needs, but yeah, it just all depends on what you're trying to do with it. The bigger, fatter tasks, the more high res, they take more RAM. More VRAM. Okay, that was fast. So we got our ITV model. It's in the folder. Let's go back to the workflow. Hit R to update the nodes in the list. And now it's here, ITV 14B. Awesome. We're going to use the same one, BF16 that we used before. We're going to use the same VAE, BF16. That's all good. And I guess we'll just use a picture of my stupid face. tends to work the best. All right, and let's see if it can make me. An old man is stroking his beard thoughtfully. Perfect. I mean, perfect. All right. I think that's all the things. Let's plug in our torch compile arguments to make it go faster. All right, we're going to YOLO this. Hit it. What did I miss? Oh, things are thinging. Yeah, there is a Sky Reels one. Yeah. The original code had automatic resolution adjustment based on input image total pixels and aspect ratio. I'm going to set it manually, disable adjust resolution. Oh, okay. So if my face is all squashed, we can play with that. I was basically saying it's going to automatically try and figure out the aspect ratio, but it might screw up the input image aspect ratio. So this is probably going to take ages. I'm also curious how much VRAM. Okay, now I know it says 17 minutes and 36 seconds. It probably won't actually take that long. But yeah, let's get out of this log view right here. Yeah, I have a feeling we are using all the VRAM. Oh, we're not. 17 gigs. Okay. It is working. So yeah, the model we were using was a 1.3 model, 1.3 billion whatever's tokens model. This one is a 14 billion, so it's 8 times bigger, 7 times bigger, 7 or 8 times bigger. Obviously that means it is bigger to work with, bigger to infer from, takes bigger footprint, takes more VRAM, literally a larger file. But the upside to that is the 14B models tend to look way better. So, if you have the patience and the time or whatever, 14B is great. And I think with the 5090s on their way, when everyone other than just Rediff gets one, we'll be able to do this stuff a little faster. That's right. Rediff has a 5090. Get him. Yeah, the other reason I'm doing this on the cloud is when I do this inference on my 3090 and I'm streaming and my camera is set up and all the other stuff's going on, my computer can crash. So when we're doing these high VRAM things, I'll probably be doing them on the cloud so that, if we run out of memory and stuff like that, it's not going to kill the stream. It's just going to kill that instance that we're playing with on RunPod. Not the end of the world. So yeah, that started at 17 minutes and now it says it's going to take about 5 minutes, 3 minutes plus 2.5 minutes. As TeaCache goes through, it's going to skip steps. So that'll help with the speed, but also it thinks it's going to take longer at the beginning than it actually will take when it's done. So it'll say, 18 minutes or whatever. And then it'll be when it's done, it'll be oh, that actually only took 4 minutes or whatever. So take what the little readouts say with a grain of salt sometimes, because they're just calculating what they know at the time. What cloud? This is a 4090. I rented a 4090 on RunPod. Five minutes is actually pretty good for a 14B video model. I mean, good lord. That would take like 10 minutes on my 3090, I think. 4090 is about twice as fast. Yeah. And it's, I think like 3090s are like, 25, 30 cents to rent. And then 4090s are like 40 cents to rent. So, double the speed for less than twice the price is good. Yeah, RunPod will let you rent an entire rack if you have the money. Sure. I think they call it something bare metal and instant cluster. You can rent like entire, like you need to do like a big training run on a bunch of stuff or something. You could rent out a whole thing and build a system for it if you wanted. There's probably cheaper ways to do that with like Amazon though. Like if you were going hard. Oh shit, cheap viewers. That's fantastic. Twitch is just full of spam. Okay, I think it's done. Yeah, 6.5 minutes is crazy. Let's go. It's decoding. Holy jeez. What? Dude. I mean, come on. That's a local video model, man. Holy. I stroked my head beard, not my bottom beard, but also that watch is just a little gaudy, but it's whatever. That is absolutely crazy looking. So that's just the image to video model, one image in. 6 minutes to render. It's faster than Kling. Well, I mean, that one speaks for itself, I think. That'll be the clip, I think, for the stream. Holy shite. My God. You do this at home, man. You do this at home. That was like 6 gigs or something, 17 gigs. It's a VRAM, I think. Damn, man. All right, cool. So that was image to video. Wow. Yeah, I gotta run another one. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Let's go with the really sad one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like it really, really stuck. It's mind-boggling. I was not expecting it to be this good. Like I know people were raving about 14B, but like See the aspect thing. That's definitely doing the thing now. Okay, so I think all we need to do to fix that is stop the run. How do I... Where's the stop button? Oh, down here. You were hiding. I like to put this little guy up here, just to have them all in the same place. So let's hit stop. So all I need to do here, I think, is just add, imagery size. I want to crop center. Is that why I didn't do the thing? I have a 5090. The issue with PyTorch is a total pain. I have a Docker container for Comfy for PyTorch 27, but many problems with other libraries. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, well, that's just early days stuff. Oh, there we go. That's working now. Aspect correct. That's that's the price of having a 5090 right now. It's not quite. We're not quite there yet with all the tools yet, but we're one by one. They're smacking them out. Good problem to have, I guess. But I get how friggin' frustrating it is because it's the only GPU in your machine, right? Still absolutely blown away by that. All right, where is my other? Yeah. $17.3 gigs. Wow. Do 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 do. Have a look at that full screen. I mean, the details are just it's like a little in the hair and stuff, but like, god damn. God damn. Damn, son, where'd you get this one? Little text graphs over here and all the little readouts and the panels. So another thing, while this is going, is we should talk about is let me just make sure my settings are correct before I slide on over to this website. However, okay, I would not like to see that or that or that. Yes, blur it. Thank you. Okay. On our old friend site here, Civitai. Apologies if you see something horrible. I do have the settings set to be less horrible, but anyway, if you go to models, you go to filters, you go to Wan LoRAs. These are all Wan video LoRAs you can download, and you can stylize your videos with any of these, and you can combine them. It's crazy. Like let's find one that's not just you know. Let's try the microwave rotation one. Wan 2.1 image to video LoRa 14B. Okay, so let's see if we can make my head do this. Some of you might have seen the microwave LoRa thing on what was it, TikTok, I think. .360 microwave. So that just goes in your models, LoRa's. I put them in my Wan folder, but yeah. All right. So we'll try that out in a sec. Yeah, Kitra's got a bunch too. Kitra was training Wan LoRAs like before I think anybody else. She's the first one I saw, I think. Like that night. Zero day of trains. Holy cow. Oh my God. Come on. I think that's better than Kling. This is insane. That is crazy. All right, let's try and microwave my head. So I need is it like Wan LoRA? Yep. Wait, where are my Wan LoRAs? Do they have to go in a special folder? I don't think so. Let's see if there's a workflow in the thing for it. Browse templates. Wan video. So we wanted image to video. Interesting. Well, no, I mean, that was it. I just... Oh, let's select LoRA model from ComfyUI models LoRAs. I mean, that's... Oh, maybe they can't be in the main folder? Let's have a look. Models, LoRAs. I'm going to put it in the root of the folder. I downloaded it locally and put it in my own models folder. All right, we need to put it on the server. So I've downloaded it to my computer and I'm going to upload it now. So let's go to... We need our Jupyter Lab. Yeah. All right. Of course it's not there. So we'll go to our ComfyUI folder. We're going to go to Comfy Models, LoRAs. There it is. And I'm just going to drag this file right in here. So I want to upload it. So I'm just dragging that save tensors file and into the folder here that I downloaded. You can download files from Civitai, but sometimes they require login, and it's like a whole thing. So for these, I just download them. Yeah, I feel like ComfyUI is worth learning. Sure. Everything's worth learning. It depends on what you want to do. ComfyUI is just a tool, right? It's a workflow automation system, and like a way to bridge together a lot of these technologies to make art. So if that's what you're interested in, it's definitely worth learning. But if you want to make more traditional art, then maybe Blender or Touch Designer or After Effects. These things are more up your alley. It just depends on how down the AI rabbit hole you want to go. Because like AI is good at a lot of things, but it's also really bad at a lot of things. So if you lean into what it's good at and also lean into what it's bad at, you can come up with some really great stuff. But yeah, I would say it's not a band-aid or a solution for anything really. It's another way of making stuff. Uploading the file. Well, you know what? It's taking so long. I'm going to try and see if I can wget it from Civit. I'm gonna bet this doesn't work. ComfyUI models LoRAs Wan. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, so don't do what I did. Just be patient. We were just dumping the contents of the file into that wget log. Yes, it's exactly the same as Midjourney. That is true. Yes. It's the same thing. Yeah, the consistency is great. From what I've seen, it works really good with cartoon animation. Oh, you know what? I think I killed. Uh-oh. I might have killed the server with my dumb nonsense here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not pulling up a new terminal window. That's not good. No, we're going to make a YouTube channel for Comfy, and then we'll be putting the videos on there going forward. But no, nobody was able to record the Discord session, unfortunately. There we are. Yeah, I mean 4.0, like if you just want to prompt videos, like if you just want to prompt uh oh, yeah, I am in an editor. Oh my god. Who's a stupid, stupid, stupid man? This guy right here. It's screwed up, man. It's totally broken. No, I don't want to save my work. It's alive! Oh my god. This is why you shouldn't listen to anybody. I'm supposed to be teaching y'all how to do this. I don't even know what I'm doing. What were we doing anyway? We were uploading a file or something? Is that done? No, not yet. ADHD on the go. What's up, Trace? I'll never live that one down. Just sitting in an editor wondering why it's not spitting out console commands. Derp. We're all waiting for this this progress bar here to finish. In case you were wondering why we're all just staring at this page, if you're fresh, you're new to the stream. We're working with Wan Video and ComfyUI on RunPod. So if you want to learn how to set that up, you want to learn how to use state-of-the-art video models in ComfyUI, you don't have a GPU, you want to do it on the cloud, this is how. Scroll back to the beginning of the video and follow along with me. And we'll get you all set up. And you can be making the same mistakes I'm making right now. This could be you. Just imagine. Imagine. Looks like we're about 8/10 done, 4/5, if you nasty. So what's everybody been doing with Comfy lately? Anybody played with Lumina yet? I haven't played with it yet, but I heard it's pretty cool. Some autoregressive image generation, kind of like 4.0. I think it's called Lumina. I gotta start drinking in the morning. Nice. No, we're just waiting for this file to finish uploading. Once the file's done, we can get back to work. I just downloaded a LoRA to see if we can plug a LoRA into the image to video generator. I think we can. Let's try it. All right. Here it is. Microwave. Okay, strength at 1. So LoRA goes into here, the LoRA input on the model loader, and we'll just put that up here. Might as well make it blue too. I don't know. Bloop. All right. So if we go over to the page for the LoRA, there it is. There's a trigger word for it. Rotation, 360 degrees rotation. So let's try that trigger word. And a prompt. And a prompt. And a prompt. So rotation, 360 degrees rotation. Old man is stroking his beard thoughtfully. Let's see if it can make my head spin around. Yeah, Wan is like probably the slowest thing you can do on a computer right now, or at least these state of the art video models are, you know, basically the fattest use case. I still can't believe that. Holy, oh, that's creepy, man. Images using Yuan, then to Blender, then back to Comfy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean consistency is always going to be the struggle with AI because it just wants to do what it wants to do. You kind of got to lean into it. Although that being said, this image to video is pretty wild. All right, where's our this guy? Up over here. You go here. You go here. I'm curious. Maybe I did break it. Doesn't want to give me a new terminal window. Womp womp. I just wanted to see how much VRAM it's taking because it looks like it had to move a model off to my CPU, which means, yeah, you ran out of. I think it ran out of VRAM trying to run the LoRA. Oh, you know what? I bet that's not a 14B LoRA. Or is it? Oh no, it is 14B. Okay. All right, close all this stuff. Oh yeah, reconnecting. She's bonked. Now I wonder why. Oh, I wonder if you can't use Torch compile with LoRAs. Either way, I have killed it. So let's see if we can bring it back up. Jupyter Lab. See, Jupyter Lab isn't even coming up, which makes me think the pod is bonked, which makes me glad I downloaded the previews before we ended it up here. So now all is not lost, probably. Jupyter is probably crashed. But if you're a big dork, you can always, I think, just... Oh, yeah, it's down. See if I can still get into the terminal. Not looking good. So I have fully murdered this machine. High five, everybody. All right, let's murder it and bring it back. Terminate pod. Yes. Deploy pod. 4090. One-click deploy. Edit template. Don't need to. 200 gigs. Same as before. Start Jupyter Notebook. Deploy. Let's start over. Oh, this machine does not have 200 gigs of hard drive space. Cool. How about this one? There we go. So yeah, this is pretty rare. This is because I'm messing around with high VRAM stuff. So I just killed the server. Yeah. Boop 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 doo 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 doo. All right, well, you know what? I think I'm actually going to cut it there then, because that covered image to video and text to video. And then I'm going to do another video next week or this week coming where we go into Vase and all the other cool like control LoRa stuff and dive deeper into that, because it's going to take me another 20 minutes to set up the environment. So screw that. We'll come back to this next week. So thanks everybody for hanging out. If you want to learn more about Wan, you want to learn more about how this stuff works, get into Banadoko, go to the Wan chatter page and just read what Kijai is up to. His wrapper is wrapping all the newest, coolest, funnest stuff. So dive in there. Thanks for hanging out. Come join the Patreon. Come join the Discord. Hit up the help channel in my Discord. Other people will be able to help you get set up. Have fun. Yeah, if you need to learn how to set up RunPod, go back to the beginning of this video and follow along. We set up the whole thing and we did it together and it was fun. And I appreciate you all. And I'll be back soon. We'll have some guests. We'll do all that stuff. And I'll be doing a lot of really fun content with ComfyUI themselves on the ComfyUI YouTube and their Discord and all that other stuff. So you'll see me in multiple places doing my thing for Comfy and for here. And we're going to build out, lots of beginner tutorials and lots of cool stuff, interviews, roundtables, whatever we can for the ComfyUI YouTube page to give you guys a sort of mecca, a place to hang out, get all your information that you need in a place, it's free and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks everybody. And once again, I made all my videos free on YouTube. And I'm just going to go with the tip jar model. You guys have been really great supporting me with Patreon and stuff and keeping the channel going. So if you can afford it, your support means everything to me, keeps the channel going. If you can't afford it, it's all good, man. Just go watch the videos and make some cool stuff. And tag me. I want to see it. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you all real soon.